Hi everyone, welcome back to Catherine's Plates, where it's always simple, easy, and delicious in my kitchen. Today I'm going to bring you a classic chicken noodle soup. It's going to happen all in one pot right here. I'm double batching it so I can have some for the freezer, put some in the refrigerator for the week. We've got some rainy weather all week and this will suit the bill for sure. Okay guys, this is the first soup I'm bringing out for the season to start fall and winter. So if you need more soup recipes, go check it out down below in the description box. My playlist with a lot of different types of soups. Y'all ready? Classic chicken noodle soup. Here we go. Classic chicken noodle soup has carrots, celery, and onion. And when you cut these, you want to make sure that they're all the same size. Chicken noodle soup comes in so many different varieties. There's so many recipes out there. This is a classic. This one comes from my mom, who made this soup all the time, just like this. Now I'm taking 3 large carrots. I'm just going to peel them. I'm just going to cut off the ends. I'm just going to thinly slice them. You want to keep your slices all the same size. That way it cooks evenly. I'm going to chop up my onion. I'm just going to cut it in half. Take off the outer layer. Make some rough chops. All right, that's what we're looking at right there. I've got 2 celery stalks. I'll just wash these off. I'm just going to cut off the ends. Now I'm going to cut these like I did the carrots, just in slices. In a large Dutch oven or a soup pot, we're going to place it on a medium-high heat. We're going to add 4 tablespoons of butter, and we want this to come to a sizzle. So half a stick of butter. There we go. We're going to want to saute our carrots, celery, and onions. Now you don't have to put butter in. You can put oil in, or you can do half and half, half butter and half oil. Just gives it some flavor. All right, I can definitely hear it sizzling. Time to add our vegetables. I'm going to season with some black pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon. You can adjust as you go. And I'm only going to put in about 1/8 teaspoon of salt because we did put some salted butter in. There we go. Okay, we're going to saute these down until they're nice and soft. Should take between 6 to 8 minutes. We're going to add another flavor, which is minced garlic. It's about 1 tablespoon. Now you can adjust that to whatever you like. I'm going to cook this in to the vegetables for 1 minute. I've got 3 large chicken breasts here that I'm going to put in, but I want to make sure that I cut it down. That way this cooks faster. So I'm just going to take the breast and cut them almost like breast tenders, that size. I mean, these are not breast tenders, so, but I want to cut them down so that they cook faster. Now what we're going to do after we get this cut down somewhat, put it into our vegetables that's been sauteing. go. Ooh, it looks good in there. It looks good in there. I would say this is about 1.5 to 2 pounds of chicken. Let's go ahead and stir that all together. Okay, I'm going to add in some poultry seasoning. Shake some across the top. There we go. Give it some delicious flavor. I'm going to turn my heat up to a high, and then I'm going to add in 8 cups of broth. Now, I'm not done with the flavors yet. Okay, I've got some better than bouillon because I want to ramp up that flavor of the broth. And I'm just going to put in a couple of teaspoons. I'm going to give this a mix, bring this to a boil. Oh, it smells delicious. Now this is a double batched soup, so you could go down to like 5 cups of broth and half your vegetables and half the chicken if you want to do that. I wouldn't go down any lower than the 5 cups though, especially if you want it like soup. I've already made the house smell delicious. This will do it right here. I guarantee you this will fix what's ailing you. A couple of bowls of that. Okay, our soup has come to a boil. We are going to lower the heat to about a medium-low. Allow this to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. We want to fully cook the chicken and it needs to be shreddable. So depending on the size of your chicken that you put into your pot here is to how long you'll want to cook it for. Now the pieces that I put in there should be about 15 minutes. Now, I am not placing a lid on my pot. I'm going to let it simmer without the lid. Now before you pull your chicken out to shred, you just want to take it and just see if it's tender, like that right there, it broke apart. It's cooked all the way through. So I'm going to remove all of the chicken and place it onto a cutting board. Just drain off any excess juice there. Now, while I'm pulling the chicken out, we're going to go ahead and put our burner back onto a high heat. Trying to leave all the carrots and everything in. Okay, we have a boil going on now. I have 8 ounces of egg noodles that I'm going to put in. We're going to cook these per the instructions on the back of the package, or until the pasta is nice and tender. Now while that's happening, we're going to come over here and we're going to cut up our chicken. I'm going to cut my chicken into dices, just small pieces. Oh, it's so cooked through. It's so tender. I'll give this a try. Oh my gosh. Really delicious. Full of flavor. Now at this point you can taste the broth because the chicken was cooked and see if you need to add any other flavorings to it. Now if you want to add more liquid to this, you can add, I would add more broth. Don't add any water because the water will lessen that flavor. Alright, so the pasta is almost done. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken back in that I had chopped up. All right, the pasta needs to cook for 1 more minute. Okay, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of parsley. This is just dried parsley. Mix this up. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this in a bowl and give it a try for you. Oh my gosh. This will for certain take care of whatever's ailing you. That's for sure. That broth, oh my gosh, it's like liquid gold. Wow. And that chicken, so tender, full of flavor. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I will see you on my next episode.